Hey guys, some of you have asked, or I've been curious as to what's done to my car. I guess a couple of you have asked me questions or sent me private messages saying, hey, what's done to your car that you can make it, you know, burn rubber in third gear? Not really much. It's a pretty basic setup like a lot of people have. It's a 373 car, factory. It has a Bama, yes, Bama, 93 performance tune right now. It has GT500 axle backs and stock everything else. In terms of suspension, it has lowering springs and some Tokiko blues in the front. That's it, and some 285 40 18 rubber in the back. The car has always been pretty good in terms of lighting up the tires. That's never really been a problem, especially when you turn off all the traction control features. What I do in terms of making it seem like it has more power than it has, I cheat a little bit. I don't wind out first gear all the way. I kind of just give it a stab in first, and as the tires are spinning, I quick shift, not power shift. I quick shift it into second. It's pretty much all you need to get the tires really, you know, turning and smoking. And in turn, that's exactly what I do in third gear. I cheat a little bit in second gear, give it a quick stab, and I quick shift it into third, and I generally am able to get decent tire spin out of it. Now, I don't recommend any of you guys doing this shit on the regular, but in case you guys had questions as to what I do or how I got it to do that, I guess I could show you real quick, but it should be pretty common knowledge to anyone that drives like an asshole from time to time, you know? Okay, so I'll do a U-turn here and I'll show you guys what I mean in terms of just giving it a quick stab in first, not letting it wind out the gear, and then just dump it in a second, and it should pretty much light up the tires like you saw in the first video. So here we go. That was a little worse than the first video, but as you can see, I tried to jam it into third when second was still spinning. And that's when I get usually gear lockout. But when I let second gear wind out on its own, like if I'm at a drag track and I go into second and it bites and I let it wind out, I can go into third gear no problem. So I'll show you that. Not in the middle of a spin, I'm saying when you let the gear wind out, I can go right into third pretty much no problem. Okay, right now I'm rolling, I'm going about 30. I'm going to put it in second and let it wind out. Now the tires won't be spinning, there won't be crazy misalignment going on with the shifter, so I should be able to get it in third, no problem. Here we go. Still spun a little bit, but I was still able to get it in gear. You know, it wasn't jumping around, bouncing off the rev limiter that much. So the reason I miss third when I act a fool half of the time is because I'm trying to jam it in gear as the tires are just being fried and it's not letting me. But when you let it wind out and just quick shift it in a third, it goes in every time. So I'll do it again. Going about 35 right now. Here we go. See, it still lights them up pretty good. Being a car that has 285 40 rubber in the back, 373 factory stuff, lowering springs and a Bama tune. The car has run a best of a 12.2 at 114, 115. I think it trapped 116 once, but it was on a shitty run, shitty 60 foot. But hopefully that'll answer some of your questions as to how I got it to do what it did in that video, and I was able to duplicate it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Well, just so happens I came across a nice clear road. There isn't any traffic, so I'm just gonna give it a quick 1-2. As if I'm trying to street race somebody or whatever. Nobody behind me, nobody in front. So just gonna see if I can go through at least 3 gears, you know, with regular launching methods. Okay, so I'm gonna go into fourth. Slow it down. So as you can see, with a stock shifter and stock stuff, if you let the gear wind out, you can get it right in. It's when you try to power shift it in the middle of some kind of craziness, wheel hop, stuff like that, that's when you can run into trouble.